Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to discuss a topic of abstraction and polymorphism. In the previous sessions, we have started with the OOPs and we are completed with the inheritance, encapsulation, and the access modifier concepts. And other two major concepts in a OOPs is abstraction and polymorphism. Normally, inheritance is helps to code reusability. Encapsulation is helps to hiding the data. Like the same way, abstraction is helps to a concept of hiding the implementation. Normally, if you are using an ATM, you are simply insert a card, but you don't know how the card will be read and how it was mapped with your PIN and how the transaction will be go and all the things. What you can observe simply when you are insert a card, you can observe, try to enter a PIN. If the PIN matches with your card, if your PIN matches with your card, then it shows some display of the message. You have to go with the deposit or withdraw or check the balance, like that changing of the PIN. Like in that way, it will be show the necessary details, but it hides the internal implementation, how the chip will be read and all the things. When you are go with the withdrawal option also, if you are simply entering the amount and enter the PIN, then it will give the money out from the ATM, but you don't know how the money comes from the ATM and all the things. How it is possible? It is simply hiding the process, hiding the process and show the necessary details to you. That is the abstraction concept. When you are dealing with the real world projects, it is not necessary to show all the details to the users. All the information, all the process, it is not necessary to show to the user. So in that scenario, you are hiding the data. You are hiding the data, not hiding the implementation here. The abstraction is the hiding of implementation. And by hiding the implementation, you can give or shows the necessary information to them. This is the abstraction concept. We'll see that how can we perform an abstraction and all the things. Okay. Fine. First we'll go with the abstraction. Abstraction, it is nothing but it is hiding the implementation and show necessary details. It is simply an abstraction. Abstraction is hiding the implementation. Encapsulation is hiding the data. Okay. In an abstraction, how can you achieve? And the abstraction is for achieving of an abstraction, to achieve the abstraction, how can we achieve is simply normally in the inheritance you are declaring on class and you can use the same features of the class in another class by creating extending or inherit the features, right? Like the same way here also you are doing the inheritance, but the difference between the inheritance and the abstraction you can observe. First, here you want to observe one keyword as a abstract keyword. If you declaring any method or any class with the abstract keyword, then you are declaring this as a abstract keyword. For the abstract things, you can't create objects for the abstract classes. That means when I declaring some one class with the abstract keyword, then you can't directly create an object for that abstract. Then how can you access those methods and all is through the inheritance. Okay. One thing you have to remember, when you are declaring some class with an abstract keyword, then you can't able to create an object for that. Okay. This is one thing when we are comparing with the abstraction, can you achieve in a two ways. In a two ways you can achieve the abstraction. In two ways achieve abstraction. First one, using abstract classes. Using abstract classes. In a second approach, using interfaces. Okay. One approach by using the abstract classes, another approach by using the interfaces. In the abstract classes, if you are dealing with the abstract classes, what the abstract class contains is it contains both abstract methods and concrete methods. Okay, it contains both abstract methods and concrete methods. Abstract method, I already tell to you that abstract method is nothing but you are declaring or define a method, but you are not creating the implementation part for that method. Then that is called as abstract methods. In the interfaces, only it contains abstract methods. Okay, by using the only abstract classes, you can't achieve the 100% abstraction. Why? Because abstract classes can allow the both concrete and the abstract methods. Because of that, you can't achieve 100% of abstraction by using abstract classes. For that, we are introducing a interfaces concept. By using interfaces, you are achieving the 100% abstraction. Okay, for using interfaces only, you are achieving the 100% abstraction. Okay, fine. Simply, I can create a package. My class will be the abstraction. Okay, I can include a main method. First thing, it is my running file, so I have to be include one main method. Okay, fine. Suppose I can create one abstract class. You can create in a different class file, or else you can create here also. First, I can create one abstract class. My abstract class, how can I create is this is the abstract. You have to mention and the class as the keyword for defining a class. Suppose this class is a ABC. ABC is a class, suppose. Okay, ABC is a class. Here I can include two things. One, I can include a concrete method, or else one I can include a abstract methods, right? First, how can I define an concrete method? Concrete method is nothing but you are writing an implementation part and along with the definition part. Suppose void, suppose concrete method, void concrete method. Here what I am doing? Here I am doing simply creating a method. Here I am doing simply a creation of a method, and I am here only I can write an implementation part. Suppose sys out of the implementation is nothing but you have to execute something. Abstraction. Okay, abstraction achieved, or concrete method. Okay, concrete method, and another abstract method. How can you create is declaring with the abstract keyword, and the method name will be with a void. Okay, support abstract method, abstract method. Okay, simply this is the way. But if you miss this abstract keyword, then it will throw an error. Why? Because it is not an interface, it is the class. Class always contains the implemented methods, but it is an abstract class. You want to include the abstract methods, must mention the abstract keyword. Okay, this is the difference between the interface and the abstraction. In the interface, you are directly initialized like this, void abstract method of. But if you want to declare any abstract method in the abstract classes, you need to include an abstract keyword in front of that. Why? Because if you are not include this, then it will treat it as a unimplemented methods. A class always contains the implemented methods. Interface only contains the unimplemented methods, but class always contains the implemented methods. Okay, here I am not write any implementation part to this method, right? Simply if I try to create an object for this ABC class, suppose you want to access this class methods, what you have to do, simply you are creating an object, right? A1 equals to new ABC of, right? Okay, fine. If you are try to do like this way, then it will throw an error. Why? Because abstract class means what? It will hiding the implementation. It was hiding the implementation. You can't directly access it. You are not directly accessing. How can you access it? Is by using an subclasses or the child classes. Here the involvement of hiding means nothing. You are not able to access directly. In the encapsulation also we are seeing that one also, right? We are not able to access directly. For that we are using the getters and setters. Here also you are not able to access the directly abstract class methods and the variables. Okay, you can declare the variables. You can declare the variables also. Suppose int a equals to 10. Okay, like this you can declare variables also, but you can't directly access by creating an object for this class. How can you access is the only way you can access the abstract class methods and the variables by using the inheritance concept. You can go with the extents. And inherit ABC futures into the abstract class. Now it will throw an error. Why it will throw an error? Because of abstract class contains the unimplemented methods. You have to write the implementation part here. That means you are declaring somewhere the logic, the definition, but you are writing the logic for that method in the usage of class. Okay, suppose here I can write void. Simply I can mention add to override annotation. Add to override. What is the purpose of add to override? If you are writing any spelling mistakes when you are overriding one method, why? Because here already the method is there in the parent class. What I am doing? I am simply override the implementation. So void. Suppose I write the in place of abstraction, I use the capital A. Okay, abstract method. Then it will throws the error to me. Why it will throws an error? Because the names are not match, right? The names are not match. Because of that it will throw an error. If I am not mentioning this, it will not throw an error. Why? Because it doesn't know you are overriding or writing a new method. If you are mentioning that at override annotation, how it will assume is you are overriding one method from your parent class, but this method is not exist, so you are entering a wrong name, right? It is for your identification purpose. Mention the get override annotation for the simplification. When you are dealing with the real world projects, when you are in a organization, you are dealing with a project, must you have to include this annotation. Why? Because the annotations are the indications to your code, part of the code. Okay, simply here I can write sysout of abstract method. Okay, abstract method. You can ask like in the inheritance also we are doing the same thing. What was the other thing with the abstraction is simply in the inheritance you can create an object for the parent class also. You can access directly, right? But in the abstraction you can't do that. Understand? Suppose if I remove this, then it will throw an error. Okay. If I remove this for a while, I can comment this. Then I can able to create an object. For this class. If I am mentioning an abstract class, then it is not possible to create an object. That is the difference between inheritance and abstraction. In the inheritance you are reusing the parent features, but in the abstractions you are not reusing. You are hiding the implementation in the parent. You are hiding the implementation from the parent and using here. Okay, what is happened? Okay, we comment this, right? Fine. This is simply an abstraction. Now to which class you have to create an object? To the abstraction class, you have to create an object a1 equals to new abstraction of. Okay, you can simply access the a1 dot abstract method also you can access. In the same way, a1 dot concrete method also you can access. a1 dot concrete method also you can access. That means simply you are avoiding direct access of a methods. You're gonna get an output. This is the way, this is the simply way. What was the usage for the benefit of this is simply, suppose imagine a scenario, normally if you are doing a payment in any websites or any education related fee payments or anything, any payment you are done with, you have options of you can pay with an UPI, or else you can pay with the bank, internet banking, or else you can pay with the debit card, or else you can pay with the credit card. But depends on that it will access, depends on that it will throw some taxes to you. If you are due with the UPI, some tax. If you are due with the credit card, some tax. But the implementation part is the same. The value is only the changing. Simply, I can tell you with an example. This is the abstraction. This is simply an abstraction. Abstraction is simply like this. You can create an abstract methods. You can use it somewhere, and this is the way. Okay, but interface is also the same like an abstraction, but the difference is in the abstraction, in the interfaces, or else where is the package? I am not creating any package. I can create a direct class. Okay, fine. Nothing will be happen. Okay, now I can create a package. My package is for day 15. Day 15 is the package. Day 15 is com is the package. Fine. Under the com package. Okay. Here I can create an interfaces. Okay. An interface of payment as an interface. Interface only contains the abstract methods. It will not allow the concrete methods. That is the difference between the interface and an abstraction. Suppose here I can include payment perform. Okay. Here I can pass an int. Suppose int amount comma int tax. Okay. Int amount comma int tax. Fine. Payment perform is unknown word. Abstract method do not specify body. Oh, fine, right. That is the error. For the abstract methods, you are not allowed to specify the body. Fine. This is the way. This is one thing I am using a method. It is also an abstract method. Okay. Now what I am doing is I am do with the one class. My class is of payment option. Payment option is class. Okay. Payment option is class. In this I can include a main method. Okay. What I am doing is I can create a new two classes. One class is of card payment. Okay. One class is of card payment. Okay. In this class I can inherit it from the abstract method. Okay. My abstract method is payment, right? Abstract method is payment. Both are under same package, right? Fine. I have to write the unimplemented methods. Unimplemented methods. My unimplemented method is this one, right? My unimplemented method is this one. Control V. And here I can implement the method. In the card payment, I can write the implementation for that payment perform. Suppose here in the card payment I can remove this, only amount I can take from the all. In the payment of the card payment I can applicable the tax of 15%. Okay, that means my amount has to be changed, or I can return amount minus 10 rupees. Okay, amount minus 10 rupees. In the amount I can remove the 10 rupees. Void method, I can return an int type. Okay, int payment. Now what is the issue? The return type is int. It is compatible with the payment dot performance of int Java. Okay, everything will be fine. Public, fine. Public int. AMT also int. It is I can do one thing. I can go with the float. Float is also the same thing. Okay, fine. Nothing will be happen. I'll do one thing. Int b equals to amount minus thing and return b. Everything will be fine. Okay. This is the thing. Okay, this is one class. This class is a card payment. My card payment. Oh, sorry. The issue is I forgot the thing. It is the override method, right? It is the override method. Solve that. It is one override method. Fine. This override method as simple like how it is here. Okay. So here also you need to mention an int type. Then it will be the fine. Then it was fine. Okay. Now this will be also the fine. Okay. That is the thing. I forgetting with the. It is a overriding method, right? That I am forgetting. This is one class. It is a card payment. The same way I can create another class. Okay, Control C. The class is it is a online payment. Okay, online payment. It is also implements from that and payment perform and here also. But here I can go with the level. Okay, okay. That means. What you are doing, you are overriding the implementation parts, right? You are overriding with the implementation parts, but you are using the same thing in the different classes. What you are doing, you are hiding the implementation part. You are writing your own implementation somewhere else. You are writing for your own implementation in the somewhere else. In the online implementation, it will be with the different implementation. In the card payment, it is with the different implement. Suppose you want to perform the card payment, then simply create an object for the card payment, right? C1 equals to new card payment of. You can create it like, then you can call the C1 dot payment perform, right? C1 dot payment perform of here I can pass the amount of 100. Okay, it will returning something, right? So you have to be store it in somewhere, or else you can write it in the sysout. Anything will be the fine. I can write in the print statement, so I can get the output, right? In the same scenario, in the same way, you can go for the online payment also. Online payment also, you can create an object for the online payment. Suppose O1 equals to new online payment of, right? New online payment of O1 dot, I can write it in the sysout O1 dot payment perform. Okay. With us here also the 100. Okay, here I want to get the output of 90 and here I want to get the output of 89, right? 89 and the 90. The same you are doing, but you are overriding the implementation. But this is the, you can say it is one useful case of the method overriding also. Okay, what you are doing is you are hiding the implementation part, you are performing only the things. Okay, normally how it will be do is suppose when you are go with the deposit time also, you are going with the same ATM, it will not deduct any taxes, but you are dealing with the different ATM cards in a different ATM, then it will be deduct some taxes. And also if you are deposit greater than the 25,000 like that, they can go with the credit or what we say deduct the amount some as a tax as a 10 rupees or 15 rupees like that. How it will be do is they are implementing this in the way they are simply writing an interface. Interface is nothing but it will be contains only the abstract methods. It will contains the values also. Suppose int a equals to 100. Okay. It will contain the values also. Nothing will be issue. You can declare with a final keyword, or you can declare with a public anything. Final keyword is nothing but you can't able to change the a value once you declared after that. Okay. In a you can declare the values like this, you can access it and all the things you can perform, but the thing is you are not allowed to use concrete methods. That means you are hiding the implementation. How can you hide the implementations? You are not able to access this payment perform method directly by payment. You are inheriting to the some class, then only you have to be access it, right? Then only you have to access it. Directly it will not able to access. That is the that we are calling it as an hiding an implementation. Simply that is the hiding. You are writing for the same method different logics. The same method you are writing the different logics. In the card payment you are writing the some logic. In the online payment you are writing some logic. Like the same way, the same method you can use for the different things. It will comes under an overriding, method overriding. Okay, method overriding helps to do like this. Why? Because you are overriding the implementation parts. You are overriding the implementation part. Simply what you have to be remember is abstraction is nothing but you have to be hide the implementation. Abstraction can be achieved in a two ways. One by using the abstract classes, one by using the interfaces. What was the difference between the abstract class and the interfaces? Abstract class can allows an abstract methods and also concrete methods, but interfaces only allows the abstract methods. Abstract methods means without body or without implementation. That can be write implementation part in the child classes. Okay, that means you are not able to access the abstract classes or the interfaces directly. Through the child classes only you are able to access the things. Okay, this is the abstraction. Abstraction is simply this is. Normally when you are going to the interview they can ask like what is an abstraction, how can you achieve this? Okay, in a two ways you can achieve an abstraction, but by using the abstract classes you can't achieve the 100% of abstraction. Why? Because it contains the concrete methods. Okay, right, this is the abstraction. Another thing.